Hi 5th graders, today's topics are factors, greatest common factors, also known as GCF, multiples, and exponents. So let's get started. So we're going to start off with factors. So we're going to do number 3 and number 1 together, okay? So number 1 gives us 32. Now, as I said right down here, all numbers are divisible by 1. That is the number 1 thing that you have to remember. So we already know that 32 is divisible by 1, so it's going to be 1 and what? 32, of course, right? Because 1 times the number equals the number, right? Now, let's try to find the other factors. So we're going to go down from 1 down, okay? So let's do 1 up, I'm sorry. So let's do 2. So 32 divided by 2 gives us what? 18, right? 16, right? So we're going to put 2, comma, 16. So that's going to be our first one. Now let's try 3. Does 32 divisible by 3? No. So there is no factor, okay? So 3 is not a factor. Now let's try 4. 4, of course, because 32 divided by 4 equals 8. So 4 is a factor, and so is 8, okay? Let's put the commas, I'm sorry. Now let's try 5. 5 times what equals 32? Nothing, right? What about 6? Nope. 7? Nope. 8? We already have it right there, okay? So this is going to be our answer. This is a specific way that you have to write the factors. You have to make sure that it makes a rainbow. So it's, what I mean by rainbow is that like 1 times 32 equals 32. 2 times 16 equals 32, and 4 times 8 equals 32. See, it makes a little rainbow. So you have to make sure that it makes a little rainbow when you write your answer down. So let's move on to number 3. This one is fairly easier. So we know that 1 times 55 equals 55, right? Now let's try number 2. 2 is not a factor because it's not divisible. Because 55 is not divisible by 2. Let's try 3. Nope. Not a factor. 4, nope. 5, yep, because 5 times what? 5 times 11, right? How about 6? Nope. 7, nope. 8, nope. 9, nope. 10, nope. 11, yep. And we already have it right there. Once again, let's check that it's in the rainbow form. 1 times 55, yep. And 5 times 11, 55, yes. So that's going to be your answers. Now let's do greatest common factor. Let's do number 5 together. It gives us a set of 12 and 36. So let's find the factors of 12 first. So once again, we know 1 and 12 are it. Now let's try 2. Yep, because it could be 2 times 6 equals 12, right? So 2, comma, 6, comma. Let's try 3. Yep, because 3 times 4 equals, oops, what did I do? 3 times 4 equals 12. What about 4? We already have it right there, so that's it. Now let's make sure that it's in rainbow form. 1 times 12, yep. 2 times 6, yep. And 3 times 4, yep. Now let's move on to the factors of 36. Once again, let's have our 1 and 36 ready. 1 and 36. Let's try 2, yep. Because 2 times 18 equals 36. Let's try 3. Yep. Because 3 times 12 equals 36. How about 4? Yep. Because 4 times 9 equals 36. Let's try 5. Nope. How about 6? Yep. Because 6 times 6 equals 36. Now, this one is going to be, you're going to be left with one number in the middle when you did the rainbow form. You see what I mean? So 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, and 6 is left alone because 6 times itself equals 36. So now let's find the greatest common factor. It gives us, we already have 1 and 2 together, right? But they're not the highest because we have more. Now they have 2 together. Once again, there's more, so they can't consider it as the GCF. They both have 3, they have 4, they have 6, they don't have 9, but they have 12. And 12, factors of 12 stops there. And these ones are just automatically canceled out. So your GCF will be 12. for number 5. Now let's try number 9. It gives us factors. We have to find the factors of 8. So 1 and 8. Let's try 2. Yep, 2 times 4. Let's try 3. Nope. 4. Yep, right there. So it ends. Now let's try factors of 3. 32. I'm sorry. We already have it from last time, right? So 1, 32. There's also 2 times 16, right? Now there's also 3 times 12. Oops, no there isn't. There's 4 times 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it, right? So let's find the GCF. They have 1, they have 2, they have 4, and they have 8. And the factors of 8 stops at 8, so we have to assume that the GCF of 8 and 32 is just 8. Okay? Let's move on to multiples. Multiples are similar to products, okay? And it wants us to find the first 6 multiples of each number. So let's do number 3 together. Number 3 wants us to find the first 6 multiples of 6. So 6 times 1 is what? 6, right? 6. 6 times 2, 12. 6 times 3, 18. 6 times 4, 24. 6 times 5, 30. 6 times 6, 36. Now, that's it. That's the first 6 multiples of each number. But the answer key gives us until 7. So if you want to, you could also put 42. But it won't really matter. Just stop at 36 if you want. But make sure it's in this condescending order, okay? It has to be in order from least to greatest, okay? Now let's do number 8. Number 8 is multiples of 2. So 2 times 1 equals 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 times 5 equals 10. 2 times 6 equals 12. And optional 2 times 7 is 14. Okay? So only the highlighted ones you have to put if you want. But if you want, you could do up to 7. Now let's do exponent. So when I write this from the laptop, since I can't write it out for you guys, it's going to be the same thing as x to the second power, okay? So don't get that confused. Let's do number 7. It gives us 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and it wants us to write it in exponential form. So we're given that the base is 2 because that's the only number that's used in this equation, right? Now we need to find out how many times it's multiplied to each other. So I wrote it down for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's multiplied by itself 4 times. So we're going to put to the power of 4. And that's it. That's your exponential form. Now we need to find the value of the exponential form. So 2 to the power of 4 is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So we're going to do 2 times 2, which is 4. Now we're going to do 2 times 2, which is, I'm sorry. This is kind of making it confusing. So 2 times 2, 4, right? Now we do 4 times 2. 4 times 2 equals 8. Now we have another 2 left. That's the last one. So 8 times 2 is 16. So that's going to be your value for 2 to the 4th power. You could also do it the easy way of just like grouping it up since we have 4 2's. So it's going to be 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 4, 16. You could just do it like that. So 2 to the 4th power is 16. Now let's do 10. 10 gives us 7 squared. So this one already gives us the base of 7, so we're going to put 7. And squared is the same thing as this, which is the same thing as x to the 2nd power. So it's going to be 7 to the 2nd power. Now, if you want to find the value, we just need to write it out. 7 times 7, which is the same thing as 49. So that's going to be your answers for number 10. That's all I had for you guys today, and I hope this helped you guys.